Prescott rolling, going the other way,
I see you bob your head over there. You don't know nothing about this right here, dog. This ain't on your level right here.
What is it?
What is it?
Yeah.
Wow. We got it. Of course, we got to play it because we got somebody smooth in here. That's Scarface right there. You don't know nothing about that.
With Al Pacino.
Oh my God!
Don't worry. I still have a long list of movies that I have to see.
Please not embarrass yourself in front of.
I know, but
Can you please not embarrass yourself? We don't even want to go down the list of movies you haven't seen.
With the Cowboys, what we need to get next week and beyond, we need to start doing for the culture movies, right? We got to update that list.
Yeah, not today. We have company.
Right,
Okay.
right, man. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel, bFbdfw. Subscribe. You'll see us doing the Mavericks postgame show live from the AAC this Saturday night.
You're
Where
see your,
that's Tovash's coach. Rick Carlisle will be in the building. He's going to be making a return. Are you happy about that? Are you going to be in the building on Saturday?
I will be.
Wow.
I
was there the other night.
You know, since I'm so good at predictions, I think that Luka will drop his first 50-point performance that night. Wow. Why not?
I'm predicting KP will have a big game. That's his enemy.
Okay. Will you be there, sir?
Possibly.
Let's go.
We can bring him to the players' lounge,
to the spot.
Yeah, we bring him to the spot. You know, what I'm saying, where the players play.
He said he's trying to get that for my birthday. He said he might.
Said you do a lot better.
Yeah, hold on, man. I don't know about it. I told this man, you gotta be a player to get up in there, man.
Right,
you gotta be a player to get up in there. I mean, this dude here, he's certified. I'm gonna have to make some calls and make sure they let you do. You know,
pay off Sam a little bit. Miss Margaret, somebody.
It's a poverty detector that go off around there.
Did you?
With that little card.
Hey, Pop, this guy right here, he got that money to make you disappear.
That Arab money.
Hey, what they do when you came there to get that card? They
call me Mr. Azad.
Yeah, Mr. Azad. Drop the money right there. Listen, I got to talk to you about some stuff. We were here with the father of Dak Prescott and Tad Prescott. We don't want to forget that. Mr. Scottie Prescott. We want to talk about some things here. We want to talk about one of my favorite guys over there at the Cowboys. He's not a player. He runs the organization. That's my guy, Jerry Jones. Love that guy.
Well, thank you.
Actually, you know what? Before I get to Jerry, let me ask you this. Let's switch it. I'll get Jerry in a minute.
Okay.
Coach McCarthy. What are your thoughts on Coach McCarthy?
I can only go by what I've seen. I mean, he does have a Super Bowl to his credit.
In AT&T Stadium too.
Yeah,
so you've heard.
Yeah, worked with a good quarterback and stuff while he was there. Again, I've never been a big fan of Jerry's hire. I just put it out there. Like I said, when Jerry bought the organization and started with Jimmy Johnson, I was content.
Mm-hmm.
There'll never be another Jimmy. So like I said, I mean, whatever, he's the owner, he's the GM, it's his team. So I mean, wherever he goes, that goes. But like I said, that's his coach.
That's a very cool endorsement of Mike McCarthy. Which I mean, it's not bad. I mean, here's the thing: Mike McCarthy to me is a very underwhelming coach. That's the thing. And I was excited when he first got here because I was like, I was under the facade of he brought a Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay, and
you were okay with him, but you wanted to dog Coach Kidd. Go ahead, keep going.
He's rude, huh?
Very rude person.
I'm sorry. I just had
I'm sorry because I went after his best friend Jason Kidd one time, and you can't do that. But no, Mike McCarthy I think he has the ability to be a good head coach here. The problem is it's just there's always something. There's always something. Game management. Oh, why is this there? I mean, can you not have one game where it's clean? Like, come on.
And all of that matters.
Exactly. I mean, I love my favorite football movie, Any Given Sunday. Inch by inch, you got to fight for it. You can't just, you got to add up all the pieces, and that's going to make the fucking difference between winning and losing. And I'm sorry, Mike McCarthy, I don't know what's going on with you stuffing a cheeseburger in your mouth over there, but I'm just saying, come on. I love you to death, man, but come on.
So I got a question.
Go ahead.
Is there such thing as a perfect coach?
No.
During the football game? No. So why do we really go at?
Well, because he does more bad things than the other coaches.
I don't think so because he still has his job. And then, of course, on Black Monday, we saw maybe 4 or 5 coaches lose their job because they are bad coaches. They have bad teams. He has a good team, right? Took his team to 12 wins. I really don't see a problem with it.
Then why do you expect? Okay, so then with all the rumors with Sean Payton, and you know it's true. You know that there was a guy who just went 12-5 and won a division. 12-6, whatever their record is. They went and won the division, got a wild card. That was somewhat of a successful season. The whole entire launching all these records and everything.
My guy Jerry didn't
and
know
yet
about
we have to
successful
get a
seasons.
report from Jory Epstein today from USA Today that the Cowboys had to insure
Look
Mike
who,
McCarthy.
look what this team is. It's the Dallas Cowboys. So everything is under a microscope. We got to understand.
I'm just saying,
that,
if you had a good season, if you had a
good season, we're hoisting up a trophy in 2 weeks, right? I mean,
I guess that's
a good
the-
season.
Well, I
Good
get-
season,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good season, right?
that, I guess that's the problem then, because every coach is a failure.
But only one team hoists that trophy.
Right, and we haven't done it in 26 years. So everybody,
Thanks a lot, Vosh.
calm down and think about what 26 years means. We're not really that entitled of a football program anymore. I'm sorry, that entitlement went out the door.
But Dak's supposed to be the savior.
And Dak's supposed to be it.
25,
Romo's supposed to be
26
that guy. Jerry's supposed to be that guy. Steven's supposed to be that guy. No, we're a regular, average football team. We understand that this franchise is not what y'all think it is anymore.
Well, that's fine.
That
but
diamond lost his bling a long ass
and
time ago.
I totally agree with you. I'm just saying the head coach has some things that I don't like him doing all the time every week, and I just don't.
And he don't like what you're doing a lot of the times.
I
either.
know. A lot of people don't like what I do.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't.
But I don't. I'm not in charge of a friend. I'm very inconsequential in my world. Okay.
Say, do that again.
What?
Hey, can't dump all that part. Like, dump that whole thing. Start over.
I do talk for a living.
Couldn't tell. Couldn't have fooled me. So let me ask you this, real quick, Pop. Okay, so Hard Knocks comes out, and there's a scene where McCarthy was kind of trying to joke with Dak, and Dak just like wasn't going for it. What is the relationship between Dak and Mike McCarthy?
Again, Dak is respectful. That's his coach. He's going to give him all the props that he's due. But I think I know the Hard Knocks that you're talking about. That was we got a meme that come up after that, and it showed good Dak at the podium and then bad Dak. Bad Dak was Samuel L. Jackson, okay? Because that was right around the time they was wanting him to go in, and they was giving somebody else his snaps. And
We let Cooper us know we didn't
Right.
really need him to do
matters to
anything
this
that day.
kid,
Poor
right.
Cooper.
To
Poor
be
Cooper
on
was like,
your
"Whoa!"
feet.
You saw Cooper didn't say nothing. He knew what's up.
When Dak was like, you know what Dak was like? You know what? Fuck that. Give me the ball.
Yeah.
All right. So as a dad, okay. So I promise you, I got 2 kiddos. Right.
Yes,
One's
sir.
21. One's 19. Help me out. All right. I seen the first cuss word from one of my kiddos. She know who she is. On text message. Right?
To you?
Yes, sir.
No, it wasn't to me.
No, of course
I got
not.
the wallet, okay? So it was to one of her little cousins or whatever, and she was like, "Hey, Dad, check out this exchange between me and my cousin." I'm going, and she goes, "Well, forgive the cuss word, but I was mad at the time." So I'm gonna ask you,
Yes, sir.
how is it? How do you feel seeing the kiddos, all of them, go, "Hey, screw this and F-bomb this and bleep this and bleep that." I'm like, wait a minute, you're my kid. You're not supposed to be talking in like in front of me like that. Like, help me out, and help me get used to that part, because she about to be 30 in 2 weeks. She's 19 now, but 2 weeks is coming. Help me out.
Welcome to parenting.
Okay.
It doesn't get any better. It doesn't change. I never heard that curse up until Hard Knocks issue.
Really?
And I'm texting, baby, the whole world is watching you.
Yeah.
Calm down, okay? Now, again, he doesn't have his phone on the field with him, so there's no way he knows that I'm texting him. But when he got to the locker, all he could do is laugh, because I sent him the meme. It's like, good Dak, bad Dak,
Well, that was one thing that I think was interesting about this Hard Knocks, even though overall it's a very boring Hard Knocks. But this one, the Dak anger and because Dak's portrayal in the media is that he's a very calm, collected guy. He's very respectful, very nice, and
Very
everything.
much so.
But then he started cussing, and then I swear I thought all those backup quarterbacks were gonna die. I was like, good God, get them out of the room. And then when Mike McCarthy, that scene, I swear, when he's sitting there and he's like, don't worry, he goes, you're missing out on the mojo time, and he's trying to make a joke. And Jack's like, nah, I need to get on there. And Mike's like, "Oh, I was just kidding. I'm just kidding. Please calm down." It's just funny to see how. I mean, he really wants to go out and play.
We didn't find his.
He's a competitor. It's that competitive nature. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It was killing him just to watch. I mean, he can't do that.
Another hard ass question. You know this because you know Zeke is his best friend and everything. Why is Zeke in the quarterback meeting?
Because they're buds.
But I swear, you watched every episode. They had the running back.
Right.
I didn't see Zeke there. I saw Tony Pollard. I saw who's the kid with the 80s goggles. Hardy. He was in there. I saw all the running backs there, but no Zeke. But Zeke's sitting there with the quarterbacks chilling, eating sunflower seeds. I'm like, Zeke, you're a running back. Maybe that's why some of the went down the season. Maybe you'd be in the running back room.
So I have one also, something I want to talk to you about. The end of the 49ers game, your son made a comment that some people took way and ran way with it, that somewhere it didn't need to go. And he apologized for it. When you heard what he said, what were your thoughts at the time? What did you feel? Because there are people, me and Tovash 10 were like, man, he's just angry.
You want honesty?
I want honesty. That's why we got. That's why we.
You should not interview an athlete immediately after.
Right there.
That's the heat of the moment.
Yep.
What he said was real. It was what he felt. Now again, he wouldn't wish harm to anybody. He would not want those officials to be hurt in any kind of way. But at that time, like I said, he was letting it out. Now I'm going to back up some because, like I said, I was asked this by another radio station, and it couldn't have been me because I wouldn't have apologized and I wouldn't have went back.
I felt me and him felt like he didn't have anything to apologize for.
Because the fans, they were not only throwing shit at the officials, they were throwing ball at the players. See, I'm Anthony Mason in Metal World Peace. I'm up in the stands with you, baby.
Well, that's why I think
you can throw all you want, but we gonna talk about what you're throwing, okay?
I think they asked Tank after the game. Tank was like, somebody reported, I want to say it was Clarence, and he goes, "No, he wasn't throwing nothing at me. They was throwing it at the referees."
But
he goes, "Well, what about the helmet?" He's like, "I just was knocking it down."
Right, he used his helmet. I mean, it was pretty close to him. See, that's how I saw it. So he's in a good place. It couldn't have been me.
Right.
And then first of all, that helmet should have been on his head.
On his head, exactly.
Off.
Exactly. You for safety.
What is this? Playing high school football or in the hostile environment? This is a home game.
It's a home game, but when you got so fans are pissed off.
Yeah, people like you hyped them. Everybody hyped them up. I mean, you gotta understand. Jerry watched TV. He listened to radio stations. 1310 The Ticket. The Fan. He heard people around. The Cowboys. This is the Cowboys year. You get on Fox. Jimmy Johnson, Troy Aikman, everybody's picking the Cowboys. Dan Orlovsky, everybody, ESPN, ESPN. At Tovash 10 is in the suite. Well, that was a different.
Hey.
I'm talking about through the season. Okay. During the season, it's the Cowboys. The Cowboys are going, and then the Cowboys get in the first round and lose. Yeah. So that's where that comes from.
Yeah, and everybody's pissed off. The expectations were high, of course, which is standard for Cowboy for a good Cowboy team. And I'm telling y'all guys right now, chill, because these dudes playing for money. The San Francisco 49ers are playing for money as well. So they're trying to beat your ass just like you trying to beat their ass.
Like the Denver Broncos who come in and what they did to us.
Like that.
How in the hell does that happen?
Yeah, and so I mean, people are. They're not watching it, so they're saying, well, Dak should put on the show. We won 450. We won 5 touchdowns. Dak should put on the show. See them, and I'm just like, have y'all not watched what Denver does? Have y'all not watched what the 49ers do? Like, understand what football is, y'all. I mean, it's two sides of the football.
I think a lot of fans need to educate themselves better about other
Cowboys
teams.
Nation.
Yes.
Yes. Please get educated. Go ahead.
And the peaking of your team. All of that plays. It didn't matter who San Francisco played the week they played the Cowboys or last week. Maybe the upcoming, because they're peaking at the right time. They're fine on all cylinders. They're scoring offense, defense, and special teams. Special teams more so than the other two.
Yeah.
So they are a team on fire right now.
I think they are hot. The only team in the playoffs that was on fire that I thought was going to go, but they lost, was the Buffalo Bills. But that one was just heartbreaking.
But that game, that's what I'm saying. Go back to that. I mean, you played your ass off to lose.
That was probably the greatest playoff game.
Best one I've seen in my time.
I was at the Mavs game, and we were in the suite. Everybody, so you know how the suite is right here, and there's a section right there where you can see where you can see inside the suite. everybody was watching the game.
Oh, the TV.
Everybody's watching the
Yeah,
TV
yeah.
instead of watching the Mavericks play.
I'm gonna tell for myself. I was in bed with my lady, and when Buffalo scored, I rolled over. She told me the next morning. I'm like, "You're lying."
Yeah, you had to.
She's like,
you want to
"No,
get a
say-
fresh start on
say-
the next day.
Say, baby, they went into overtime. I'm like, dude, what? Say they got the ball and they never got it again. So I didn't see none of that. She'll tell you I went to sleep. She watched the game. It's like, what?
So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but like I put that game up with games from the past, the Music City Miracle.
Yes, sir. That was
I
a
put
good
that
game.
up with.
What about the greatest Monday Night Football game in Cowboy history?
Which one was that?
The Buffalo Bill. Romo
Well,
six.
but that
Romo
was
six
right.
interceptions.
The five picks.
But that's a regular season game.
That's
Playoff
regular season.
was?
Oh, you just going playoffs.
Playoffs,
Okay.
when it matters. Also, the game with Warren Moon and versus the Bills when Jim Kelly brought him back.
Oh my
It was like 28 points.
What
And
about
then,
the-
of course, the Super Bowl with Brady and them.
What about
Brady,
Tuck
for
Rule?
real.
23.
Tuck Rule's another game. There's a lot.
This one in memory within the last maybe 10, 15 years, because you've never seen a game where you saw that, the Bills, the Chiefs score and you're thinking Chiefs won, blah, 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 Bills can't score, man. And then the Bills do that.
Right.
And they're like, well, the Chiefs
And I
can't
mean,
do
because
that.
again, they scored with 13 seconds,
13
14
seconds.
seconds left on. And like I said, I rolled over.
Yeah.
And she told me the next morning, I was like, quit bullshitting.
Yeah, whatever.
I had to turn on ESPN, man. It's like, what the
I
hell?
may have changed my underwear 4 times in about the last 8 minutes.
And
'cause
what was crazy is that was probably the best weekend of playoff
It
games because
really
all
was.
4 were walk-offs.
Right.
And then you had the one right before because
But there
Tom
was
Brady.
no blowouts. There was not a blowout in it.
No.
I mean, I think the largest margin was 4. Largest margin of victory was 4.
crazy.
Even in the Cowboys game, I considered it felt like a blowout.
Right, to me it
But-
was too.
Yeah, but it came close at the end. I have a question for you on that.
Okay.
Yeah, big
Everyone
party
lost-
over there in knockouts. Big party.
I bet. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you saw they walked around the background. We were there.
I forgot about the loss when I saw it. That last play, everybody's criticized about the last play, and I want to take yours because you're a student of the game. You know the game. Did Dak do right what he did? First of all, with part 1, was that the right play call to do a quarterback draw? Or in part 2, the whole ref touching the ball thing, because apparently it happened everywhere else in the playoffs, and everyone all of a sudden knows that that's the thing. Oh, everybody should have knew that, even though the ref was 50 yards away. But what's your take on what happened on that last
And I
play?
want your thoughts on the referee.
Yeah,
Referees.
that referee that somehow kept bumping into Dak.
Was the play the right call? Yes. I mean, again, now it's something that I'm told we practice every week. It's something we do continuously. But again, it's also a play that we don't call if we have X amount of seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
So from that perspective alone, was it the right play? If they say 14, they say 16, we only had 14. Well, then it comes back to what somebody said, well, Dak ran too long. Okay, well, really? I mean, I got to keep all of this in my head now.
Right.
I only had 14 instead of 16, so I need to run 2 seconds shorter than I normally would run. So it's a whole lot of, you have to put together there. Now, the play, again, I wouldn't have called it.
Yeah.
Because, again, I only have one. You're subjecting yourself to one throw in the end zone after
Exactly.
that.
You'd rather have 2 than 1.
I would. I mean, again, I would have taken a shot from right there where I was.
And I've said this before. I said that if you watch the way you got lucky with the Cowboys because San Francisco kept playing their corners back, which allowed the sideline. That's why you got there in time.
Right.
And then at that point, it didn't matter. You had 2 shots to get in the end zone. You had your receivers in ample position to catch the football. That was a chance that Hail Mary could have happened.
Thank
so
you.
You're right. But now you get there. Now this weird thing with the touching of the football and the ref and all that.
It's not weird. It is. The official has to officially touch the ball before every play.
Right.
Now, where is he and why is he taking so long? Again, that lady will tell you, I questioned that official the entire game. What the hell are you doing? Where are you? Why are you so late to the play? I mean, and again, we had discussion. You're standing over, you're killing the clock, standing over there supposedly to make a defense adjustment. I don't see any defensive players coming in.
Yeah.
But you're holding Dak up, and then you say, okay, 3, 2, 1, delay a game. How does that work?
That was the thing because I watched that play and I was like, okay, that ref, he did that. I was like, what do you do? He seemed confused too. I was like,
Thank you.
He looked
the right
confused.
word. You said the right word.
He didn't know what
As
he
an
was doing.
official, yes. And I saw the same thing.
And then the second time, he's the same official, and he kind of bumped it.
He got in 20. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? Get out the way.
All right. So confusion. Good word.
Yeah.
Like, then that brings up the question. Should they be full-time refs? Should they be part-time refs? A lot of them are lawyers or whatever. A lot of them work out in the gym. Hence the guns or whatever. I don't care about that crap. So all right. So
Hockey league.
yeah. So both the hockey leagues and all of everybody else. My thing is this, and understand media. I apologize because I'm going the other way with this. I trip when I hear people watch football. Those who watch football more than I do, right? They always go, well, don't blame the refs. Don't blame the refs. Don't blame the refs. Don't blame the refs. Sometimes there are elements to a football game to where the refs really would fuck a game up. And I'm sorry, they really would screw a game up. And it's just like, well, your players have to adjust because you still got time in the game. Sometimes I went literally to high school and I didn't play football past that part. And so I'm just letting y'all know at home who talk behind microphones that sometimes, yeah, I really am shooting at, I really am low-key shooting at DFW media who said don't blame the referees. Because sometimes the referees are involved in the game. I know a whole bunch of them. I'm related to a few of them. But they ref the games because they love the sport, right? And so sometimes they get caught up in the sport.
In the moment.
They actually get caught up in the moment too.
In the moment.
They really do. I still remember Dick Bavetta at a Maverick versus Laker game call a foul on Dirk Nowitzki or whatever, and then the crowd boos him. He turns to the crowd and go, what? Like that. And then so the referees will get caught up in the game as well.
Yes,
So
I can
human.
remember a no-hitter.
Right.
That
Exactly. Jim Joyce.
Yes, sir. Big
Jim
time.
Joyce with the Colorado.
They are a part of the game.
Yes,
and
they are.
See, so they do have an effect on the game.
And so they will sometimes mess it up for a player. They will going down in history for making a key mistake or whatever. Yeah, this referee didn't make a mistake. It cost the game, or Dak cost the game, or the defense cost the game, or McCarthy cost the game. But some element, either it was the defense, either it was the 49ers, it was the Cowboys, or it could have been the referees. CeeDee Lamb can't walk to a podium and say, hey, the referees suck. Your son can't walk to a podium and go, shoot all of them.
Right.
Z can't walk to a podium and go, screw all of them. Yeah. And the fans can't react and be like, hey, the referees suck. I promise you, sometimes understand this part, that it's not just your team or the other team that does it. It could be the team in, white and black that make a mistake that's very, very crucial. Just go back to the tuck rule. Mm-hmm. I implore y'all, go back to the tuck rule.
ESPN 30 for 30 on that in a couple.
There is now a 30 for 30 without a referee making a bullshit call. I'm just letting y'all know that part. And Tom Brady's not Tom Brady without the referee making that bullshit call.
Dwayne Wade is not a champion.
Talk about Tom Brady.
Tim Donahue.
So I must take a shot off of that.
Okay, so sorry. Just compose yourself.
I had to get it out, y'all.
Right. So
I'm human.
Now, before we get over to Jerry real quick, I came in the studio religiously and said that I felt the Cowboys lost their killer instinct later on down the season. Now, I didn't see the same, throat slashing they had the first 2 weeks, first couple weeks in the season. I felt they lost it. I felt they got soft. Now, we go to Jerry a couple weeks ago. Was it last week? Who made the comment? Basically like, I guess he kept hearing either from McCarthy or somebody saying, "Well, we'll work on that in the offseason." And Jerry made that known. I'm not a guy who wants to hear something like that. It sounded to me like Jerry was saying, with the offensive line, which I tell you, to him that's an excuse that the offensive line is working, because, like you said, you got two dynamic running backs. You need to find a way to run the football. I'm paying you and Kellen Moore to figure out a way to run the football. So you want to come to me at the end of the season and say, well, when I say to you, why didn't we run the offensive line? You say, well, Jerry, it's our offensive line. Well, I came to you in week 1 in Tampa and told you there was something wrong with the line, and you didn't fix it. So now here you are in week 16 or week in wild card after we go home, and you telling me that it's the offensive line. No, I got a problem with that. And everybody's like, well, Jerry's he just spitting, he just woofing. I'm like, listen, Jerry Jones, when he BSing, he talking circles. He ain't talking in circles. He talking directly. He letting you know, This is why he pissed. Apparently, if you read it, he basically said, I went to McCarthy or whoever, line coach or whoever, and I told them they need to fix it. And they didn't fix it in a timely manner. And that's when I started saying, well, what's it? Terrence Steele is going to start doing this and Terrence Steele is going to start doing that. You didn't do it when I told you to. And now I'm embarrassed because my team went out in the first round.
Yeah.
So when I say to Jerry Jones, how do you feel about what Jerry Jones? And then all that, he called out Amari Cooper. And there's talks of, Amari not being here anymore.
Well, again, we're talking about your favorite person.
Yeah.
I have a problem putting anybody on the spot.
Right.
I mean, be it whatever their position is. Again, they are paid professionals. This is what they do. This is their job. So we have a mission to accomplish. We come together and we do that. You mentioned earlier you think they lost their killer instinct.
Lost it.
To me, I never thought they had it.
Ooh.
No, I'm telling you, because again, I'm sitting here and I keep pointing at it because I told her, why aren't we beating people 60-10 or 58? Why are we shutting down?
Yeah.
That's what I call killer instinct. Again, I'm old school. I'm an OG. If I put my knee on your neck, forgive that expression, but if me and you are battling, I'm not going to let you up. I'm not going to give you the chance to come back and to hurt me. So I didn't like the way they even started the season. Again, like I said, we were out in Tampa. We played a great game, but we missed opportunities.
Yes.
We left points on the board. I have a problem.
Missed field goes. Greg Zuerlein.
Oh, Greg.
Greg shoot him in the leg is what I call him.
I just have a problem.
He hit those field goals in the playoffs.
He will make a big big field goal here and there.
Tell you what, if it's within 30 yards, he ain't making it.
Gets
So
me
this
on
is-
extra points.
Yeah.
How do you miss extra points?
That's the part. That's the problem.
Okay,
And
so
those were killers.
So the Amari Cooper thing, and I put this on Twitter. I feel like Jerry is after Amari Cooper because of the whole vaccination deal. That's just my honest opinion. Because if everybody else, that's the second time he's with Amari. And then after Amari caught COVID, he went to the Mavs game. He didn't have his mask on.
Amari?
Yeah, he was at the Mavs game, front row. Him and CD.
Okay.
That's what they were at the Mavs game. He got fined for that.
Yeah.
For being
because the NFL mandate. Yeah.
Yeah, but he went to the game and didn't have his mask on. And
Well,
Jerry,
also because it was discussed in the locker room that guys were on a mission.
right. So
We're on a
remember
mission.
at the beginning of the season when Jerry was talking about vaccination, he said, we want everybody to get vaccination because we're we guys, and when you don't get vaccination, it looks to us like you're a me guy. So
Michael Irvin spoke about that too.
right. So to Jerry, I think Jerry felt some way when he got COVID. He missed the game. Did they lose? I can't remember if they lost the game when he had to miss with COVID. They did. They lost the game. So then he comes back. He's at the Mavericks game without his mask on. Then he comes back and he's not given what Jerry feels he should be given out there on the field. That's why I feel like Amari Cooper is about to be gone.
See, I don't think.
I don't think that's a smart move.
Yeah.
Again.
It might not be, but I think
Because
Jerry.
here's the thing, Jerry's, and I guarantee you, again, this is where I come in. This is where Jerry's emotional, and he goes on the radio and he says a lot of
Sometimes too
things.
much.
But guess what? And like I've told you multiple times before, the person who runs the day-to-day operations, there's two people. There's Steve and there's Wilbur Clay, and they're going to come in there and be like, Jerry, we need Amari Cooper, and it'd be almost virtually impossible to. It actually would suck to get rid of him because you had to give a lot of money. I know you can technically get out of it, but you're sacrificing a sure player for cap space.
Well, we can sign your guy Michael Gallup. Remember, you want Michael Gallup?
Well, yeah, but
Michael's coming.
look at Thomas. What? I'm pretty sure he come back. He gonna be dirt cheap to get back down.
I mean, after the market's not that great for people coming off the ACL, but you never know. But my point being with Amari Cooper is you don't want to get rid of him because he is such a great guy. And Jerry even said in interviews, he said that Amari, and this is more of the thing on Kellen because he's mad, is that the guy takes half the field away. And yet you still couldn't find a way to utilize him in a proper way. Again, we brought it up multiple times before. You had a what was it? 1,000 yard receiver
the year before. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you had all these great players on the team that are big time and they're big names. The best Dak has had around him, and yet you can't utilize them. That's not good. Other teams are utilizing him with much less, and so you can't do that to Amari. You can't sit there and say, "Now,
blame him."
I will say this." And if a trade came along and somebody was willing to give something up and take that contract, of course the Cowboys would listen. But I think they're going to try to bring back most of the same crew. Some people will go because it's going to be, you got cap restraints coming up this season. And so I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to say some goodbye to some people.
Well, I know we shouldn't say goodbye to TE1 for no Blake
That's-
Jarwin.
that's-
He's a
First one.
Philadelphia
That's
Eagle.
that's the first one gone.
He's going to Philly.
I think Dax Blanky, 86, is not here.
But guess what?
He's 86.
Guess what?
He's not gonna be
My guy, Mr. Jarwin, he can get healthy.
Oh, my
He'll
God.
be healthy. He'll come in there. Don't worry.
How many times I got to say when or if a player is healthy? When you got to start saying that, it's over with.
Listen,
Okay.
don't worry about it. He got it.
86 made him some money.
Schultz.
Yeah. So
Damn
he
good.
so just like how Romo made Laurent Robinson a contract, a 1 year or 2 year contract, whatever. I think Dak made 86 a lot of money. And kudos to the quarterback for doing that. That's his job. That's what he's supposed to do. Steve Nash did that, pretty much for the Phoenix Suns for a lot of years. Rajah Bell, Marion, all them.
Mark.
And so, like, I think that's what elevates your quarterback. You know, make a dude on the streets a lot of money, and then everybody feeds into that. Make Amari Cooper play ball because he earned a lot of money. Keep him around because he's a stud. 86 made you money, and he was supposed to. 89 was supposed to be your guy.
That's right,
And then go make the future Hall of Famer CeeDee Lamb some money because he still has his premier year coming up.
Tap the brakes.
Say what? No, I'm not tapping break. I'll say it here. I've said it on Twitter a whole bunch of times. CeeDee Lamb is a future Hall of Famer.
Okay,
Just
but
letting y'all
let's,
know.
just wait, let's let it
He's a
happen.
future Hall of Famer, bro. I cried the day he got drafted.
Okay, let's let it happen.
Back to me.
I predicted we draft when I found out
I
Jerry.
know.
When I found out Jerry was running the draft, I told you. I said,
Like that.
I said,
So
I said
you calm down,
Yeah,
sir.
I said Jerry Jones is running this draft. There's no way that the Dallas Cowboys will come up with CeeDee Lamb.
I just this. You know what? For this year, I'm just gonna let you take the.
Yeah, you should because you've been wrong about everything.
Just two.
You were wrong. No, then you owe, and not just Pops. You owe Cowboys Nation that you run. You owe everybody on Facebook, Twitter.
That's your account.
Yeah, you owe everybody an apology about the Dan Quinn thing.
Oh, I know. Did you hear what I said?
You owe them apology just because you don't want to do it.
No. Okay, the Denver Broncos. I guarantee you, if they would have won with Dan Quinn, he'd be the head coach there. It would have been Steve.
Well, I'm glad you bring it.
But
I'm
shocked about this, though. I was
Mr.
shocked
Aaron
that he
Rodgers
stayed.
was doing some background room work there with their offensive coordinator, and Denver's like, you know what, we're gonna go with this guy. Okay, so kudos for Denver. Thank you for bringing Quinn back. But I guarantee you, don't make it sound like this guy was making it sound like, oh, Dan Quinn was sacrificed being a head coach just to be the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys because of loyalty. Come on, man.
No, because of money. Because of money.
Hello.
Yeah, money.
Yeah,
too.
because of
yeah,
money.
money too.
Thank
But
you.
he wasn't
Money
saying
talks.
that.
Has a lot
He
to do
wasn't
with
saying
it.
that.
All right, so
Yeah.
so peep this though.
Well,
You
I
talking
told
about
people
loyalty.
that from
Well-
the very beginning. Even to offer the head coach job, you still have to compete with Jerry's checkbook.
Well, that's true.
And if
That's
Jerry-
what we
if
try
Jerry-
to tell
if
you.
Jerry wants you to
Understand
stay
that.
here,
Yo,
you're not going
you said
anywhere.
loyalty. You said
I didn't say nothing about no loyalty.
Your main thing was nobody wants to go because you're a defense coordinator for the Cowboys. And
That
that's
means
all
money.
No,
That means money,
he was
bro.
talking about by this the name of being the Cowboys defense
That's
coordinator.
why you
That
gotta
means
listen. That's
money.
money.
Now he's changed.
So
Now he's
because
changed.
Jerry like Jerry and Steven goes, hey Jalen Smith, you're a cowboy, so understand what cowboy means. So so take this deal because you're gonna be a cowboy.
And now you're
That means
gone.
Yeah, and now you're gone.
Yeah, and then but he's at home still getting a paycheck. So understand what
Tell
this
her
means.
right now. Tell her right now.
They
that-
money with
I'm
people.
Tell her right now. He would have been head coach of Denver Broncos if they didn't bring in if they weren't going to go with the other guy.
Pop, I came in this studio and I said when they first talked about Jacksonville, I said, listen, let me tell you something. You don't leave Dallas to go to Jacksonville. You leave Jacksonville to go
But
to Dallas.
Exactly.
That's Jacksonville. Nobody wants to coach that.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So when Jacksonville came on,
By
I'm
the
like,
way, before we got time. We got time. Let's do two things I want to get with Pops before we run out of time. Forget. Okay.
just got said.
Yeah. All right. Number one. So we're just gonna bounce around. This guy, he doesn't like him much. Mr. Kellen Moore, caller. Also, good guy, I'm sure.
You got those ribs out there. Maybe I'll go eat me some ribs or something while you talk about this guy.
What are
Why don't I just do that?
What's his nickname on the postgame show? Howdy Doody. Howdy Doody.
Yeah.
Now, just by the way, to our viewers, he has now gone to the second round of interviews with the Miami Dolphins.
Please hire him.
Fingers crossed. But anyway, you referred a lot of times to the play calling. And I just want to get your take. What do you think of this Kellen Moore in general as a play caller, and what do you think he needs to improve on? You're all about constructive criticism. Any constructive criticism for Mr. Kellen Moore?
Careful.
This guy's a backstabber.
Go ahead.
No loyalty.
Or in general, the offense. You don't have to directly say it to Kellen Moore.
Well, let's go to offense again.
Yeah.
I like to see just a change. Like I said, to me, it's vanilla. I could almost put a defense out there to stop you. And again, I hadn't played in years, so if I can do that, then what about all the defensive minds out there?
Exactly.
I just need to see a change. I need to see something different. I need to see some motion, some counterplays, some reverses, just something, again, different. I know Dak loves Kellen. Again, I know the relationship, they have a tight bond. So all I said is allow those guys just a little more time to work together.
That's true. Well, a lot of Cowboys Nation really hope his interview with the Miami Dolphins goes very well. But now we got to get to the crux.
I don't know if we can trust this guy to come back. You know, he's out there taking interviews.
Oh, he's big time now.
I'm just saying he's out here taking interviews on weekly playoffs. After Jerry Truck. How do we know that next year around playoff time we get there, this guy won't be trying to take more interviews?
Well, don't worry. Let's hope that he and the Miami Dolphins hit it off. And
I'm just saying, even if he doesn't get a job, I don't see how we can bring this guy back. I don't see how we can do it.
Where do we go if we don't bring Kellen back?
I mean, we'll figure out something. But this
4-13,
okay,
something like that.
I don't have a problem with 4 calling the plays.
Yeah,
in the dirt.
13.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, anything might be better than
All right,
this guy.
guys, you going that way?
Yeah.
Carl,
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, final question. I got to get to this one. This is he got on Twitter. Your other son Tad, who loves his brother. We know that he defends your brother. He is. I think that he should go into law. the way he defends his brother.
It was a very busy day Monday for
Yes,
me and
it was.
Pops
Very
here.
Pops.
Me and Pops had a lot of conversations on the phone Monday.
The Dallas people here, all Cowboys, on Twitter on Monday and saw a back and forth between former Cowboys receiver Des Bryant and your son Tad over Dak Prescott. Now, what started off, if viewers at home, if you don't know what happened, Des Bryant said that
Keeping score.
Des Bryant that Dak needs to fix some stuff to get better, and that he referenced that me and Tony did this. Why don't you get some advice from Tony Romo? And that led to Tad Prescott coming in on Twitter and saying, well, you guys didn't want anything either. And it led to a back and forth.
Excuse me, sir. First off, Tad was responding to somebody else.
Oh, right. But
And then
Des came, right. But it was all linked together. And then they started going at it. Then Des got a fake number or something, all that. A lot of it went down. So let me ask your take on what happened. Everything nice now? Everything? And any advice for both your sons about how they handle criticism? Or what's going on? Like, what happened?
Well, again, what happened, I thank God I have a friend because I'm not on social media.
Walt came to the rescue.
Right. And when Walt brought it to my attention, the first thing I told Walt was, I wish as 2 men they would handle it off of social media.
That's what I said in the tweet.
Not because, again, then it's everybody's business. And what shocked me more than anything, because like I said, the Tad and Des that I knew were best friends.
Right.
Even when Des wasn't hanging out with Dak, Tad and Des were best friends. That's the first thing I asked was, are you sure?
Right.
So again, I was at a loss for words. So then I reached out to my son. And all I can say is he responded it just like a Prescott would. And no, I have no advice to give my kids because again, they are Prescotts.
There we go.
And just like I told Walt, I stand behind what they say because we're men.
Right.
We don't back down from anything he said.
You made a big point, that regardless of anything going on, you should handle off social media because it's not anybody's business. It should just be between you. You got a problem, you got a problem.
You 2 men had a problem, and again, just like Walt said, Tad didn't issue anything to Des. He tagged Des in on it,
right?
Because it was brought to his attention from somebody else.
Yeah.
But he spoke the truth.
Yeah.
You know what the truth does? The truth hurts.
Painful.
The truth is a painful pill to swallow. So that would maybe initiated the rest of it. But I think my son handled himself well. Tad Prescott doesn't need anybody to defend Tad Prescott if you don't know. If you hadn't been out there watching, like you said, he should be an attorney.
Listen, sometimes I see Tad and I feel, I'm sorry, Tad. I'm sorry.
Right.
I get scared looking at that.
And he has no problem calling you. That's what and not patting myself on the back, but it's been said longer time. The one most like me.
Yeah.
Tad is?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Again, I can be your best friend until you cross that line.
I think both. Okay, so raw truth. I think both of them got extra sensitive in the wrong spot.
In social media,
That's almost like there. 2 dudes arguing in a strip club.
Right,
like, bro, can we just go outside?
Let's check it out.
We got things to look at.
Check it out.
So there's hundreds of thousands of people literally watching this.
And enjoying it.
Yeah.
Loving it. Getting off on
So
it.
you have everybody watching this show, everybody listening to your voice, his voice, my voice, going, yeah, we did. We saw it. And it's there for ages.
Right. You can't take
We're
it down.
going to be gone. People
You
still
can't
going to
take-
see
Once
it.
you put it up there, you can't take it down.
And what I employ you, Tad, and what I employ you, Des, because I know both of y'all are seeing this, I think that y'all handled it wrong, and I think that y'all should have taken that to text messages or just went to Waffle House after the strip club at 2 a.m.
Come on, man.
In
That's a
Dallas.
sensitive
Dallas.
subject, bro.
At 2 a.m.
My girls don't deserve this.
And then just like hashed it out, had drinks, hugged, kissed, whatever.
Whatever needed to be
and
done.
then just like, hey, you know what? Delete, because you can still delete your tweets. It's cool. What they should have done was not Tad should listen to Des should listen to Tad, but the person who tagged Tad into that
first place.
tweet, how dare you idiot. Okay, so if you tweet a celebrity or a person close to the situation, then you're a clown, because I've seen that whole thing. Tagging a celebrity or a player,
Stop tagging.
you're like scum of Twitter, and that's like hard to say because I follow a lot of
Very personable
Very
accounts.
controversial stuff.
As we wrapping up.
But hold on. But like, don't stop tagging people in to start a mess.
Yeah,
for
I
the
agree.
media to see, because it only like creates like drama and issues and stuff, off the court, off the field, off the diamond, off the track, whatever. And now you got, because he's, because those two went together, you're here, stuff like that. And I'm just like, bro, we need to stop doing that, because
We're better.
I'll say it, we are better.
We're better.
And
We
they
should
not
be better
doing
than
it.
that. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so like, I get kind of mad when I see Dez, and I like Dez. He's emotional. He's a football player. I'm pretty sure Tad's emotional because he's backing his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
An athlete.
Yeah.
Athlete also.
exactly. So I get it. What we need to do is get better as as people on social media, and I'll pretty much end it at that, because I think we should do better off Twitter, off Instagram, and off Facebook.
But I know we're running short of time, but what you have to remember again is behind those keys, you can be anything. You can be such a badass person, okay? And again, that's why Dak set me up a Facebook account his sophomore year up on campus, because we were getting so much he wanted me to keep it up.
Yeah.
And after my first two conversations with somebody, I knew it wasn't a place for me, because, dude, where are you? Quit texting me. I'm OG, okay? You got something to say? Like you said, either strip club, the bar, or whatever. Come talk to me man to man. And that's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I just know we got on the phone at one point. I was like, "Pops, it's too far gone to save at this point. We gotta just let this one ride. We can't save this one."
But it was just interesting. It was a weird way to wake up Monday and then see that pop up. And so when we had you on, I was like, at least I got to ask you about it. But before we wrap it up, at championship weekend this weekend, what do you got?
I'm riding with the Niners.
Riding with the
man.
the team that took us out.
Well, I
Again,
tell you what,
because they're hot.
I tell you
mean,
what,
I'm being real.
for everybody on the coaching staff, they better hope the Niners don't make it to the Super Bowl. Jerry Jones will be unbearable to deal with. The Niners make it that far.
So who you got on the AFC?
It's hard to go against Patrick Mahomes.
It's easy for me. I'm taking the Bengals.
Well, I mean, I'd really like to, but I'm
JB.
being realistic.
Listen.
He's
Where
gonna have-
Patrick Mahomes go? Texas Tech. That's all that matters. Okay.
And Burrows is going to have to play just like Allen played. I mean, he's going to have to. So can he? Can he put up those kind of
Well,
numbers?
I'm gonna take the Rams. We talked about this the other night when we did the Spaces thing on Twitter. I just think the Rams have the roster that says Super Bowl when you look at it. They got
put it
Odell,
together.
Damn sure
Matt
says
Stafford,
super team.
Donald,
Yeah.
a defensive Mac,
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
I mean, Von Miller.
Khalil Mack. I mean,
When
they got
Von,
Weddle.
to say, yeah.
When they got Von Miller, I was like, that's all in chips or anything. They want to win the Super Bowl. Because
Von Miller's in-
I was kind of weary on Odell Beckham Jr., but he's picked up.
Yeah, he's done
I was
good
told-
You
stuff.
got somebody who can throw in the football.
I was told that
Sony Michel.
Odell was going to blow the whole thing up, and I was like, no, that's a super team.
Right.
Like he like LeBron was like telling him to come,
Right.
come to LA. If LeBron's doing it, then it's real. So
Right. He spoke on his
really
hometown
did.
team.
Yeah, he's like,
said
bro,
free.
come, come here, come here,
You
baby,
have to- you
bro,
have to do
stuff
all
like
that.
that,
You have to do
bro.
all that.
I mean, like, hey,
By the way,
if they're doing it,
I'm checking LeBron's Cowboys fandom. I mean, come on. What do you do talking about the Rams?
but he's there.
He's in LA. What are you talking about?
I don't care. You're a Cowboy. You say you're a Cowboys fan. Stay
Nah,
Cowboys
bro.
fan.
Bro, what I tell you? What I tell you? We run LA.
Our team is
We
out.
run LA. What
Oh,
you
yeah.
talking
Have
about?
you seen
when he was in Cleveland, he was
seen
in
the
Brown
Cowboy support in
commercials.
L.A.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
my
big,
God, have
big
you
time.
seen the
That's
Cowboy
business.
support?
That's business. That's
It
just
is
all that was
business,
business. And that's his hometown. That's just business. Don't worry about that.
It's business, sir.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
you act like you don't understand good business.
Yeah,
man.
stop doing that.
Yeah, you get over there at that with them 13-10 the ticket people and just lose all type of sense.
13.
Man.
Stop being 13,
You
10.
don't just do, man. Can you
wrong
tell
with
people
you?
where they can find you?
Yeah, where can we find you? At Discovery.
You really,
shit.
you really should be ashamed of the broadcast
Hey,
you
bro,
did tonight.
that's a whole shame.
A whole shame.
Where can we find you, man? Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah.
You can follow me at EA Sports
Daks,
CFW.
Kevin McCarthy,
And
and
of course,
Kellen
because
Moore.
we do it for the gram at EOSOD 16. Of course, ladies, you can catch me in my new vehicle.
No,
I'm on these streets.
What do they call that vehicle?
The Dark Knight. And we can get it. Remember I am vaccinated and boosted. So if you want, me to
Everybody's
get those-
vaccinated, sir.
I know,
except
but if you want extra antibodies,
probably not boosted.
If you want those extra antibodies in you, just hit me up.
Dear
hit
Lord.
him up for the antibodies.
Everybody.
That's what we call them now.
Yeah, you can find me at home. No,
No, that's definitely not where you're at.
I don't even know where I live. At Tobias 10 on Twitter, Tobias Hatcher on Instagram, and in
Where-
Burlington,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, Burlington.
That's where you party at?
Yeah. Are you gonna? So you gonna be at the game Saturday night, right?
Oh, Mavericks. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
There's nothing else going on in the city that you'll be at. I feel like you'll be at something else that I don't know about.
I'll
the
be
city.
at the Maverick game. I'm going home.
Are you gonna
Mavericks play
protest
Friday
with
and
your-
Saturday.
No, just Saturday.
with your brethren about the
Just
2
Saturday
a.m.
night,
and
Okay, so Dallas, y'all messed that whole thing up. Free agents are not coming here because y'all messed that whole thing up with strip clubs. Now athletes got to go to Fort Worth and Tarrant County. Congratulations.
Cat, we have been robbed. Our girls have been damaged. They cannot
dance,
make money anymore from the hours of 2 to 5.
Right,
This
they gotta
is
shut
this
down.
is a sham. This
Your
is a sham.
thoughts, your thoughts, Kat?
This is tragedy.
I could care less because I'm usually in bed by 7:30.
Oh
so
my God.
good for y'all.
Hey, wait.
She dances.
Do you know this means that there cannot be cheaters going on at
What?
at the strip club anymore?
Good. I don't want to be out that late.
So you and Jan
just go to Fort Worth.
No, they close at 4, right?
Yeah, 4. What's wrong with 4?
4.
Listen.
How late do y'all need to be at the?
But time out.
2 to 5 is the most popping hours at the strip club. What's wrong with you?
You get in, you get out.
Oh,
No,
my
that's
God.
that's not it.
Yay,
five.
yay.
You
I knew
missing
I
1
liked
hour?
you.
Giddy, you like that? Well, first of all, a cheater's bus is
think you
very,
meant-
very unpredictable. So we really don't understand when a cheater's bus may
You
occur.
can just go down.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So
True.
Peter
The real-
Guns,
listen, the real-
so Peter Guns may discover somebody at 2:55 a.m.
True.
and y'all may have to like wake up, grab the microphone, grab the cameras. And all four of y'all
My
go down.
point exactly. So if everything is closed, I don't have to randomly wake up and go do a
Come on,
cheater's
man.
bus.
Yeah, but Apple Watches are recording like heartbeats and everything else. So when a heartbeat, like you know, the heartbeat, Apple Watch heartbeat.
All I know
at
is
4:52. You
Nothing-
know what I'm saying?
nothing is going good in those after hours. I was offered things there
Everything
that I
is
can't
going
afford.
Yeah, you got priced out. Yeah, you got priced out. You probably got priced out. You got priced out. That's cool.
Okay, side story. I know Cass.
Wait, Vegas or here?
Here.
You
I
got
went
priced
to-
out in DFW?
Yeah, you got at ecstasy.
I
You
know
get priced
homegirls
out.
that'll give you $40.
One story, one time, when I was very young and naive, I was at one of these establishments late at night.
I watched
I got told, like, "Hey, do you like to party?" I'm like, "Yeah." I thought you meant like birthday
Like
party.
Kawhi party. Kawhi fun guy.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, party? Let's go. He goes, "Okay, well, it's 200 for 10." I was like, 3. I'm like,
What is
"Oh,
this, Amsterdam?
Got priced
what
out.
kind of party?"
Yeah, you got priced out, buddy.
And then he showed me his gun.
Yeah.
And then he told you to turn. Never mind.
By the way, while all this was going on, a girl was dancing on him.
That's a damn line you know. Walt,
Swear,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Walt.
I just want to say real quick on this issue, Governor Eric, Mayor Johnson, you've stabbed us in the back. You've let us down. You did something that I expected from the other man instead of the brother man, and I don't know if I can forgive you for that.
I'm just gonna tell you to stay tuned because it's gonna happen a lot, sir.
Yeah, well, they're the ones that made guns available. So,
Yeah.
And then you don't have any social media, as you said.
No, sir.
But where can we find you? What anything they want to promote or anything?
I do a lot on Fake Fight Finish, which is one of our foundations. We have
Right.
a site you can reach out to. 104.5 with Didi in the morning with those guys all the time. Matter of fact, we have a fundraiser getting ready to announce with those guys. So I have no problem sharing my phone number with the right people. Again, my lady friend makes sure the wrong people don't get it. So,
Yeah, there we go.
So she's the agent, pretty much.
yeah.
Keep on the show.
Look.
Can I-
She over there like, yeah.
Can I come to the charity event? I really would like to meet Lady Jade. I know
Lady J, that chick.
Yeah, I know.
She watching right now.
Okay, well, I just feel like
Duncanville in 1998. Yeah, that's Lady J.
follow
That's
me.
the homie.
You can follow me
Hey,
at,
Jay.
at FrontRunner88 on Twitter. You can follow me Watch Chisholm on Facebook. You can follow the show. It is Business on Twitter. It is Business DFW on Facebook, and of course for the gram, best.4.business DFW. Most importantly, EA.
YouTube, subscribe, bFbdfw, and if you don't subscribe, we can't be friends, and we're not family, and I'm going to hate you for the rest of your life. So there you go. Subscribe, bFbdfw.
Yeah, well, Lady J, you know, I met her at DD's backyard barbecue, so I feel like we got some more rendezvous we want to do. But we want to Kate.
Make her a plate.
Okay. We want to thank Kat over there once. We want to thank Barry Best for that
Yes,
delicious
Barry.
food.
Thank you, sir.
We actually got something we want you to take home.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we
I
got
love
something
you
we want you to
guys.
take
That
home.
is
We want to
awesome.
get thank Kat again.
Yeah.
Vosh. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Thank everybody that tuned in. This will be up so everybody can make their comments about how we didn't go hard on
Criticize
Pops. We didn't
it,
get in
criticize
Pops'
it.
face and tell him
Softball.
Why you didn't put a
son-
gun to his head and just like
tell him his
spill the
son
beans?
sucks and all this other
We're not
stuff. So
doing
we'll look for those comments. But we'll be back next week. Check us out Saturday for the Mavs post game show live from the AAC inside the Dub City Lounge.
We love you, Rick.
Hey, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business. And if we don't see you around, then we'll see you around Saturday night.
Thank you. Awesome show.